Good morning children, we are going to discuss the third chapter acid, bases and salts from 10th class physics. Children, in previous class we discussed about the basics of this chapter, then what is called an acid, what is called a base, what is called a salt and what is called a neutralization reaction. And I explained to you about what is called strong acid and strong base, what is called weak acid and weak base and indicators. Okay, these all topics we discussed in the previous classes. Now I am going to discuss the topic is pH. Okay, so up to pH topic Prem Kumar sir explained to you. Once again you watch the videos. Okay, already sir explained about pH topic and up to the box, but once again I am starting about pH topic. Okay, now I am saying about pH. Okay, children, do you know? Already sir told you what is called pH. Okay, power of hydrogen. Okay, the power of hydrogen. The power of hydrogen is called pH. Otherwise, it is called Pussy-sense hydrogen. Okay, it is called Pussy-sense hydrogen. Okay, it is called Pussy-sense hydrogen. Then P stands for potence. Okay, P stands for potence. Okay, P stands for what? Potence. Okay, so in the German language, potence. Okay, in German language, P stands for potence. Okay, potence means what? Power. Okay, potence means what? Power. Okay, which is taken from German language. Okay, which is taken from German language. German. Which is taken from where? German language. Okay, now. So once again I am telling to you what is called pH. The power of hydrogen or Pussy-sense hydrogen is called pH. Okay, P stands for potence. In German language, potence means what? Power. Okay, potence means what? Power. Children, do you know the pH which is available in the form of scale? Okay, do you saw anywhere pH scale? Okay, so the readings are starting from 0. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, then 14. Okay, this is what? Your pH scale. Okay, this is your pH scale. Okay, the pH scale ranges from 0 to 14 readings. Okay, the pH scale ranges from 0 to 14 readings. Okay, so if the value of compound is from 0 to here, what is it? 6.9. Okay, the value of the compound from 0 to 6.9, that is called an acid. Okay, that is called an acid. Exact to 7. Okay, if the pH scale showing the value is exactly 7, the compound is neutral. Okay, the compound is neutral. Okay, if the pH scale showing, okay, the pH scale showing from 8 to 14, okay, that is called base. Okay, that is called a base. Children, now you understand, I think so. Okay, pH scale consists from 0 to 14 readings. Okay, if the value in between from 0 to 6.9, that is called acid. Okay, that is called acid. If the pH scale shows the value is exactly 7, that is called neutral. Okay, that is called neutral. if the pH scale showing the value from 7.1 to 14, okay, 7.1 to 14, that is called base, okay, that is called base. Understand? Okay, so the pH scale showing total from 0 to 14 readings. Okay, already I am drawn diagram here. So if the value is in between 0 to 6.9, that is an acid. Okay, if the pH scale showing the value is exactly 7, that is called neutral. Okay, if the pH scale showing the value in between 7.1 to 14, that is a base. Okay, that is a base. Like this, we can calculate whether the given compound is a acid, base or neutral. Okay, now neutral means salt. So like this we can calculate. Okay, now so do you know what is called pH? pH is equals to minus logarithm of H plus ion. Okay, minus logarithm of H plus ion. This is the definition of pH. Now I will define what is called pH. Okay, this is what minus. Minus means what? Negative. Okay, negative log, logarithm. Negative logarithm. Okay, negative logarithm of H plus. H plus means what? Hydrogen ion. Okay, H plus indicate what? Hydrogen ion. Okay, negative logarithm of hydrogen ion. Okay, this bracket indicates what? Concentration. Okay, this bracket indicates concentration. Okay, negative logarithm of hydrogen ion concentration. Okay, hydrogen ion concentration is called a pH. Okay, is called a pH. Very important. Okay, children, what is called pH? Minus log H plus ion concentration. Okay, this is the equation of pH. And what is the definition of pH? What is the definition of pH? Negative logarithm of hydrogen ion concentration is called pH. Okay, now I am showing here negative logarithm of hydrogen ion concentration is called pH. Okay, who discovered this pH scale? A German scientist. Okay, a German scientist, Sorensen. A German scientist Sorensen in the year 1916. Okay, a German scientist Sorensen in the year 1916, he discovered a pH scale. Okay, he discovered a pH scale. What is the use of pH scale? By using this pH scale, okay, what is the use of pH scale? What is the use of pH scale? By using this pH scale, we can determine, okay, we can determine whether the given compound is acid or base or neutral. Okay, what is the use of pH? By using this pH, we can determine whether the given compound is a acid or base or neutral. How we can determine? So if the value of the compound in pH scale in between 0 to 6.9, that is a acid. Okay, if the value is exactly 7, that is called neutral. Okay, if the value is 7.1 to 14, that is a base. Okay, like this we can determine whether the given compound is a acid, base or neutral. Already sir explained to you table 2. They given some compounds. For example, first one HCl, hydrochloric acid. Is it acid, you know? So what is the value of pH? From 0 to 6.9 in between. Okay. Second one, acetic acid. I told you weak acid, but it is an acid. So what is the value of pH scale? That is 0 to 6.9 in between. Okay children, you remember, if the acids are present, the value is in between 0.0 to 6.9. okay, if it is a neutral compound, the value is exactly 7. If it is a basic compound, the value is from 7.1 to 14. okay, this is about what? pH. okay, by using this pH we can determine whether the given solution is a strong acid or strong base, weak acid or weak base. okay, that also we can determine by using this pH scale. okay, so finally pH scale indicates about concentration of H plus ion. okay, this pH scale indicates about what? Concentration of H plus ions. okay, this pH scale indicates concentration of H plus ions. okay, what is the concentration of H plus ions in the given solution? We can determine by using this pH. okay, this is about what? pH. okay, what is pH? The power of hydrogen or Pussy-Sells hydrogen is called pH. okay, P stands for potence. okay, in German language potence means power. okay, this is a pH scale which contains from 0 to 14 readings. okay, if the value is from 0 to 6.9 in between, that is a acid. okay, if the value is exactly 7, that is called neutral. If the value is from 8.1 to 14, that is called a base. okay, that is called a base. okay, what is called pH? Negative logarithm of the hydrogen ion concentration is called pH. okay, so who discovered pH scale? The scientist, a German scientist, Sorensen. He discovered a pH scale in the year 1916. okay, what is the use of pH scale? By using this pH scale we can determine whether the given solution is acid or base or neutral by showing these values. okay, finally this pH scale is useful to calculate the concentration of H plus ions. okay, this pH scale is useful to calculate the concentration of H plus ions in the given solution. okay, this is about pH scale. okay, children, now we are going to discuss the next topic is importance of pH in everyday life. okay, how the pH is useful to our everyday life. okay, the first one, children, once you observe if the pH value of rainwater which is less than 5.6, very important, if the pH value of the rainwater is less than 5.6, it is called acid rain. okay, it is called acid rain. So what are the disadvantages of acid rain? If the acid rains are falling, okay, it will destroy the agricultural field. okay, it destroy the agricultural field and it corrodes buildings, apartments and etc. and it is very dangerous to aquatic organisms. okay, aquatic organisms means whatever the plants and animals are living in the water, they are taking more pH level from the water, then they will die. okay, so that's why the pH water level, if it is acidic in nature, it is very dangerous to our earth. okay, now so what is the first point? If the rainwater contain the pH level is below 5.6, it is called acid rain. Okay, this acid rain collapse. Okay, this acid rain collapse buildings, apartments, and these acid rains are very dangerous to agricultural field, means it destroy the crops. Okay, these acid rains are very dangerous to aquatic organisms. Okay, aquatic organisms like plants and animals. Okay, like plants and animals. Okay, very dangerous. Okay, next one. If the pH value is below 5.5, okay, in our mouth, okay, if our mouth contain the pH value is below 5.5, it causes tooth decay. Okay, we have a enamel, children, we have a enamel on upper layer of the teeth. Okay, this enamel which is made up of calcium phosphate. Okay, this enamel which is made up of calcium phosphate. Okay, this enamel which is made up of calcium phosphate, which is very hard bone. Okay, which is very hard bone. If the pH value is below 5.5, what happen? This pH value which destroy calcium phosphate enamel which is present in our mouth, then it causes a disease that is called tooth decay. So that's why we must maintain neutral or basic pH value. Okay, what is the solution? By eating chewing gum. Okay, by eating chewing gum. Okay, chewing gum. By eating chewing gum and by taking brush. Okay, so daily we are taking what? Toothbrush. Okay, we are using toothpaste while brushing, you know. So that toothpaste is basic in nature. Okay, if we are brushing every day, what happen? This basic nature which neutralize the acid content present in our stomach. Okay, then we are not getting any diseases. Okay, next one, how the pH is importance to our digestion system. Children, already you know, already I discussed, we discussed in the biology. Okay, our stomach produce what? HCl. Okay, our stomach produce hydrochloric acid. Okay, this hydrochloric acid which is helpful in the digestion process. Okay, hydrochloric acid which is helpful in the digestion process. Children, if we are eating unnecessarily excess amount of acid content food, then what happen? The acid percentage will be more in our stomach. It leads to stomach pain. Okay, it leads to stomach pain and irritation. Okay, so at this time we must take antacid tablets which is available in the medical shops. Antacid tablets. Okay, these antacid tablets are basic in nature. Okay, basic in nature. If we are taking this basic nature tablet, then what happen? Whatever the excess amount of acid, present in our stomach, it will be neutralized. Neutralization reaction. It will be neutralized. Then we are getting relief from the pain. Okay. Do you know what is called antacid tablet? That is nothing but magnesium hydroxide. Okay, this magnesium hydroxide is a base. Why? Because it contains OH minus ions. Okay, magnesium hydroxide is a base. Okay, which is used in the preparation of antacid tablet. Okay, this magnesium hydroxide is also called as milk of magnesia. Okay, milk of magnesia. Okay, this milk of magnesia relieve our excess amount of pain which is present in our stomach. Okay, if you are getting pain in your stomach, then you take antacid tablet. Okay, this antacid tablet is basic in nature. It neutralizes the acid present in your stomach. Okay, so this is about digestion system. Next one, pH of the soil. Children, we are while we are going to do agriculture, okay, the farmers are testing soil. Okay, so if the soil is acidic in nature, the plant will destroy. So that's why we must need basic amount of pH of the soil. Okay, the pH of the soil must be neutral. The pH amount of the soil must be neutral or basic in nature. Then we can protect our crops in agricultural field. Okay, then we can protect our crops in agricultural field. Okay, so before going to crop your plants, then go for pH test. Okay, so if it is basic or neutral in nature, then you can plant a trees. If it is acidic in nature, you don't grow the plants. Okay, if you will grow means the plants will destroy. Okay, so like this what happened, the pH is very essential to our everyday life. Okay, the pH value is below 5.6, it causes acid rain. Acid rain collapse buildings, agricultural field and aquatic organisms. If the pH value is below 5.5, it causes tooth decay. Okay, in our stomach the HCl acid is present, which helps in the digestion process. Okay, if we are taking excess amount of acid in the form of food, we are getting stomach pain. To relieve from stomach pain, we will take antacid tablet, which is basic in nature. Okay, this antacid tablet neutralize the acid present in our stomach. Okay, this is called neutralization reaction. What is the antacid tablet? Magnesium hydroxide. It is also called as milk of magnesia. Then pH is very useful to our soil. Okay, so before going to crop your plants, then you must test the pH of the soil. If it is acidic in nature, it will destroy your plants. If it is basic or neutral in nature, it is good for crops. Okay, like this what happened, pH is very essential to our everyday life. Okay, now this is about pH, and next class we are going to discuss about the self-defense by animals and plants through the chemical warfare and more about salts. Okay, this is about today's topic. Hope you understand this video. Okay, now homework. What is your homework? Read about the importance of pH in your day-to-day life. Read about the importance of pH in your day-to-day life and read about pH. Okay, so this is today's our topic. Hope you understand this video. Thank you. Very good morning, children. We are going to discuss about the transportation chapter from 10th class biology. Children, in the previous classes we discussed about the structure and functioning of the human heart. Okay, so today our topic is about arteries and veins. Children, already we discussed in the previous classes, the blood vessels are classified into two types. First one is arteries, second one is the vein. What is the function of arteries, Nana? Arteries carry the blood from heart to body parts. Okay, arteries carry the blood from heart to body parts. Heart to body parts. Okay, what is the function of vein, Nana? Veins carry the blood from body parts to heart. Okay, so children, already we discussed in the previous classes, the blood vessels are mainly two types. The first one is the arteries. Arteries carry the blood from heart to body parts. Okay, veins carry the blood from body parts to heart. Okay, so what happens here, Nana? So this is the structure of artery and this is the structure of veins. Okay, so the artery structure which contain elastic fibrous cord. Okay, so but the vein structure contain tough fibrous cord. Elastic means we can increase or decrease the size, but veins we cannot increase and decrease the size. Okay, next the arteries and veins are made up of muscular layer. Okay, the muscular layer which is present in the artery arteries and veins, okay, and lumen, the empty space in middle of the artery and vein is called the lumen, okay, lumen which is present in the artery and vein, and the lining cells also present in the arteries and veins. This is about what, Nana? Arteries and veins, okay. The blood vessels are classified into two types. First one arteries, second one is the vein. What is the function of arteries, Nana? Arteries carry the blood from heart and supply to all the body parts. What is the function of the vein, Nana? Veins carry the blood from all the body parts and transport to the supply to the heart. Okay. So this is the structure of artery and this is the structure of veins, Nana. Okay. See in your textbook also. Next topic is blood capillaries. Okay. What is called blood capillaries? The blood capillaries are single layer structure which is very minute in size. Okay. So the blood capillaries contain lumen and lining cells. Okay. What is the function of the blood capillaries, Nana? Blood capillaries transport the blood from one place to another place within the body. Okay. This is about what, Nana? Blood capillaries. Okay. So children, one more very important topic for 4 marks question. Which question will come in final exam? That is about cardiac cycle. Okay, Nana, what is your 4 marks? Very important question, Nana. Cardiac cycle. Please, children, listen carefully. Cardiac cycle. 4 marks question, very important to you. Okay. So, what is called cardiac cycle, Nana? One contraction and one relaxation of the heart is called cardiac cycle. What is called cardiac cycle, Nana? One contraction and one relaxation of the heart is called cardiac cycle. Okay, one contraction, one relaxation of the heart is called cardiac cycle. Okay, cardiac cycle, the whole process which is takes place 0.8 seconds. Okay, one cardiac cycle, one process is takes place only 0.8 seconds. So, what is called cardiac cycle? One contraction and relaxation of the heart. Contraction, relaxation, love, dub, love, dub. Okay, so one contraction, one relaxation of the heart is called cardiac cycle, which takes place 0.8 seconds. 0.8 seconds. Okay, so what is the cardiac cycle and how it is takes place? See now, how the cardiac cycle takes place. Children, already in the previous classes we discussed about the internal structure of the heart and functioning of the heart. So what happens, Nana, here? First, please listen carefully, Nana. First, from inferior vena cava, superior vena cava and pulmonary veins. Okay, this is left pulmonary vein and this is the right pulmonary veins. Okay, the blood from inferior vena cava, superior vena cava and left and right side of the pulmonary veins. Okay, so the blood from these 4 parts which is going to enter in the right atrium and left atrium. Okay, children, what is the first step of cardiac cycle? Do you know the heart is made up of 4 chambers? Already we discussed in the previous classes. What are the 4 chambers present in the heart? One is right atrium, second one is left atrium. Okay, third one is right ventricle and the fourth one is left ventricle. Okay, children. So, what happening here, Nana? You imagine all the 4 chambers in the heart which is in relaxed state. Okay, what is the first step of cardiac cycle? All the 4 chambers present in the heart which is in relaxed state. Okay, all the 4 chambers are relaxed, means which does not contain any blood. Okay, 4 chambers are now empty. Then what happening in the second case, second point of the cardiac cycle? The blood from inferior vena cava, superior vena cava, left and right pulmonary veins. Okay, which pumping the blood into right atrium and right atrium and left atrium. So when these two atrias are filled with blood, the both atrias are closed by valve. Okay, so when the blood which is entering into the right and left atria, the valves are opened in between these both atrias. So now this right and left atrium which is filled with blood now. Okay, so when these both atrias are filled with the blood, it will start contraction. Okay, it will start contraction. When these atrias are contract, so when the right and left atria which is filled with the blood, then it start contraction. When these atrias are contracting, they pushing the blood very forcibly into the right and left ventricle. Okay, now these atrias are relaxed in state and ventricles are filled with the blood. Okay, when the ventricles are filled with the blood, it will start contraction. Okay, and it will send the blood into the aorta and pulmonary artery. Okay, when the ventricles are filled with the blood, they will start contraction. When the ventricles are start contraction, forcibly these ventricles are pumping the blood into atria and pulmonary artery. Okay, so again what happened? This atria and pulmonary artery release the blood into the body parts, and from the body parts, the superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, pulmonary veins collecting the blood again. Children, do you understand what is the process here? Very simple. From superior vena cava, inferior vena cava and pulmonary veins, the blood which is entering into right and left atrium. Okay, so when this atrium are filled with the blood, they pump the blood very forcibly into the right and left ventricle. Okay, so when the auricles are filled with blood, they start contraction. Okay, so when they will contract, they will send the blood into right and left ventricles. Now these auricles are relaxed in state, but Okay, next third step, when the right and left atrium are filled with blood, they will start contraction. Due to contraction, they will forcibly send the blood into the ventricles. Now auricles are relaxed in state, ventricles are filled with blood. Okay, this is the third step. What is the fourth step, Nana? When the ventricles are filled with blood, they will forcibly send the blood through the aorta and pulmonary artery into the body parts. Okay, so this is the fourth step. At this time, what happened, Nana? Both auricles and ventricles are empty, so they will make a sound that is called a lub dub. Lub dub is what, Nana? Heartbeat. Okay, what is the fifth stage? This aorta and pulmonary artery sending the blood to the different body parts, and from different body parts again these four parts collecting the blood and giving to auricles, auricles giving to ventricle, ventricles giving to aorta and pulmonary artery, and aorta and pulmonary artery send the blood to body parts, body parts send the blood to vena cava. Like this happening now. Okay, I am writing here. First stage of cardiac cycle, you imagine four chambers are relaxed. Okay, four chambers are relaxed in phase. This is the first step. Then the second step, from vena cava and pulmonary veins, the blood which is supplies to the left and right atria, left and right atria. Okay, so third step, what happened? In the left and right atria filled with blood, they will start contraction. They will start contraction. In this contraction movement, left and right atria pumping the blood into left and right ventricles, left and right ventricles. Okay, so at this time it will make a sound that is called a lub. Okay, next, what is the fourth step, Nana? When the left and right ventricles, are filled with blood, they will start contraction and they will send the blood into largest artery, that is called aorta and pulmonary artery. Okay, pulmonary artery. So from this aorta and pulmonary artery send the blood to the different body parts. Send the blood to the different body parts. Okay, from this body parts, what happened? The vena cava and pulmonary veins collecting the blood, sending to left and right atria. So when the atria is filled with blood, they will start contraction and send the blood to the ventricles. Okay, and when the ventricles are contracted, means filled with blood, they will send the blood into aorta and pulmonary artery. So this aorta and pulmonary artery supply the blood to the all the body parts. This all the body parts to what happen again? Vena cava, pulmonary veins carrying the blood and giving to auricles, giving to ventricles, giving to aorta, giving to body parts. Like this, what happen, Nana? The circulation which is continuous, the flow of blood from different body parts to heart and from heart to different body parts, which is a continuous process. Okay, so this cardiac cycle begins in the human beings from 21st day. Children, from the 21st day of embryonic development, we start cardiac cycle and it is continuous till our death. It is continuous till our death. Okay, heartbeat is very important, Nana. Okay, one contraction and one relaxation of the heart is called heartbeat. Okay, the whole heartbeat process which is takes place in 0.8 seconds. Okay, next, the atria contraction which is takes place from 0.8 to 0.11 seconds. Ventricular contraction which is takes place from 0.25 to 0.37 seconds. Okay, the whole process cardiac cycle which is takes place in 0.8 question nana. Do you know? You will get big questions from this box. Okay. See children, here they given name of the animal and what is the body weight of the animal and what is the heart rate of the animal and the number of beats per minute how many. Okay, first blue whale, the body weight is 1,50,000 kgs and the heart rate 750 kgs, number of heartbeats only 7. Next elephant, body weight 3,000 kg, heart rate 12 to 21 kg, number of beats per minute 46. Okay, next one man, deer, our body weight for example 60 to 70 kg, heart rate 300 grams, number of beats 76 means 70 to 80. Next quadruped, the bird which have 8 grams body weight and heart rate 0.15 gram and number of beats are 1200. Children, do you know what is called pulse? You take 2 fingers, keep it on your wrist. So you will get a sound, means water is pumping the blood into the blood vessels through all the body parts. Yes. So take 2 fingers, keep on your wrist. You will get a sound. Okay. So that is nothing but what nana? Pulse. That is nothing but what? Pulse. So do you know children, already we discussed in the previous classes, the number of pulse rate which is equals to number of heartbeats. Okay children, very important. Take 2 fingers, keep it on your wrist, you will get a sound, that is called pulse nana. So number of pulse rate which is equals to number of heartbeats. It is not constant. Okay, when you are excited and when you are doing violent exercise, heartbeat and pulse rate increases. But when you are in rest position like sleeping and doing yoga, your heartbeat is less. Okay. Next, very important 2 marks question. The last topic in this class, single circulation. What is called single circulation and what is called double circulation. Okay, what is called single circulation and what is called double circulation. Children, already we discussed in the previous classes. The blood vessels are responsible to carry the blood from one place to another place. Okay, if our heart receives the blood, only once, okay, only once to complete the cycle. That is called single circulation. The single circulation process which takes place in unicellular organisms like amoeba, paramecium through diffusion process. Next one, double circulation. Okay children, for example in human beings what happens nana? From the heart, the blood which is going to supply to the body parts. Okay, again what happens nana? From body parts, the blood which is going to heart. Okay, heart sending the blood to the body parts. Okay, again body parts are sending the blood to the heart. Here what happens nana? The heart receives the blood 2 times, from body parts to heart to body parts. Okay now, so here the heart receives the blood 2 times to complete one circle. Okay, the heart receives blood 2 times to complete one cycle. This type of cycle is called double circulation. Okay, so very important. What is called single circulation nana? If heart receives blood only once to complete the cycle, that is called single circulation, which is present mostly in unicellular organisms like amoeba and paramecium, means they maintain diffusion process. Okay, but what happens in the double circulation? Children, for example what is called a single and a double